Hi, my name's Alex Durall. I'm a graduate school student here in the LSU Online Sports Management program. This today is a presentation for Kinesiology 4513 Facilities Management, where I'm going to be doing an audit on Tiger Stadium in Baton Rouge, Louisiana. In this audit, I will give a brief history of Tiger Stadium, some significant events that happened at Tiger Stadium, renovations that happened to this stadium, as well as the facility services that are offered in this stadium. Like I mentioned before, Tiger Stadium is located in Baton Rouge, Louisiana. It's home to the LSU Fighting Tigers football team. It is a little over 100 years old. It first opened in 1924 with an original capacity of around 12,000. Um, as you can see the picture on the right-hand side, it's grown quite a bit since its humble beginnings. But the capacity now sits at 102,321 and is the nation's fifth largest college stadium. Some notable characteristics of Tiger Stadium. I'll get to the pictures of these here in a second, but the stadium is actually surrounded by dorm rooms. These dorm rooms aren't used anymore. They fell out of use in the 80s, but at the time, if you know anything about the history of Louisiana politics, Governor Huey P. Long was a very controversial figure. He looked to expand Tiger Stadium. At the time, the legislature denied him the funds. So as a result, he took funds that were used to for dorm rooms, and he built the dorm rooms, but he did it in a way that they surrounded the stadium, and he was able to add stadium seating on the other side of the dorm rooms that he used for the expansion. So that was kind of his little way of getting around a true stadium full expansion. LSU's Tiger Stadium is nicknamed Death Valley. It's known for an extremely difficult playing environment for opponents. They fully embrace it. They put that sign in the stadium, "Welcome to Death Valley." Former football coach Les Miles said, Tiger Stadium's where opponents' dreams come to die. So it's definitely a mantra that they've adapted and embraced over the years. And in this picture as well, you see something kind of unique to Tiger Stadium. Not very many stadiums do this anymore, is the H-style goalpost. Most goalposts just have the one bar underneath. LSU still uses the old school H-style with the two bars. LSU runs out underneath those two bars every single game. So again, that's just kind of a little unique feature of LSU's Tiger Stadium. The history again, it opened in 1924. In the background of this top picture, you see its humble beginnings along with LSU's campuses. Humble beginnings, very rural, not a lot going on, but you see that stadium in the background. In the bottom right, you see it kind of more up close. It has some temporary seating in the end zones, but it's really just focused on the two sideline stadium seats or a stadium um, bleacher areas. The first game was in Tiger Stadium was actually a loss, 13-0 to Tulane. But in 1931, they had its first night game, a 35-0 win over Spring Hill College. This created a tradition for LSU. They still love playing night games, but it was born out of the use to cater fans who worked on farms. Again, you can see in the pictures, very rural. People would work on farms all day, then come to the games at night at Tiger Stadium. And again, this is still a tradition that LSU does today. They like all their games to be at night. Some significant events that occurred in Tiger Stadium. Billy Cannon's Halloween run in 1959 was a punt return touchdown where he broke, probably every opponent's tackle in that run. Again, it happened against Ole Miss and was a game-winning touchdown against them. The night the clock stood still game was a unique game where also against Ole Miss, LSU ran a play with 4 seconds left, and somehow, even though the play lasted way longer than 4 seconds, there was still a second left on the clock, and allowed LSU to run one more play and actually win the game. The earthquake game in 1988 where they beat Auburn on the last play of the game, and the stadium reaction was so loud that the little Richter scale on campus actually, had seismic effects. It registered a small, earthquake. But again, that kind of speaks to LSU's fans and Tiger Stadium's intimidating presence as well. One of the ones I found more unique and interesting was Ronald Reagan's commencement speech in 1990. Not only that, he gave a commencement speech, but he's also the only president to ever set foot in Tiger Stadium. So I thought that was kind of cool and interesting. And then, in addition to football games and commencement speeches, Tiger Stadium has been home to various concerts. Bayou Country Superfest was a 3-day festival that was held in the 24 around 2014. Taylor Swift had a concert, Garth Brooks, and just recently Zach Bryan was scheduled to play in March of 2026. So not just a football stadium, they do hold musical events as well. So the renovation timeline in 1931. They expanded the east and west sidelines to include the dorm rooms, as well as increase the capacity to 22,000 and add lights. So that in first night game, those are the lights I was talking about. You can see the dorm rooms in this picture right here, all the windows, so you can see the first use of those funds that were used by Huey P. Long. In 1936, the north end zone was enclosed to make a horseshoe. This increased capacity to 46,000. You can see again, they completely enclosed it. And those dorm rooms also expanded all the way across the north. You see all the windows dotted along that stadium. In 1953, they enclosed the south end zone to increase the capacity to 67,720. You can see, though, the south end zone is kind of unique. They made it in two levels, not just one continuous level. So always thought that was kind of unique that they decided to do that instead of doing the continuous bowl architecture. In 1978, they had added a west side upper deck, added 8,000 seats, two club levels, and increased capacity to about uh, or increased capacity 10,000 to approximately 78,000. There wasn't any reliable source I could find on the cost of this renovation. However, when we go into 2000, they added an east upper deck. This added 11,000 seats along with suites to increase capacity to 91,600, and that cost $45 million. So I'd have to assume the west side was probably around that 40 million-ish price mark as well. In 2006, they renovated that west side of the stadium. They made updates to the press box, club seating, upper deck. It didn't really increase the capacity that much, but it just made the stadium a lot nicer. Increased the capacity to 92,400. It cost 65 million. And then in 2008, they upgraded the scoreboard along with other video displays. At the time, this was a pretty big deal. This scoreboard was 80 feet wide, 27 foot high. It cost $7.2 million. But you'll see in a few slides that was eventually replaced with one that was even bigger. As part of the renovations, this started in the late 2010s as a part to make the stadium a lot more aesthetically pleasing. A lot of these dorm rooms had window units that weren't operational, broken windows, and it made the stadium look old and outdated. So there was a renovation project that took place to renovate that. And you see the before and after pictures of the dorm rooms, and on the right side, looks a lot nicer now. In 2014, the expansions were done. The south end zone upper deck was added and closed that south end zone. This increased the capacity to 102,321. This added general seating, club level seats, and other premium areas that I'll get into a little bit later in this presentation. I need to move my right here. So this is the current day Tiger Stadium facilities. I'll start with the scoreboards. They have three main scoreboards. This one in the top is the north end zone scoreboard. This one is 37 feet tall and 152 feet wide. This was installed in 2024. In the southwest and southeast corners of the stadium, there are two identical 48 feet tall, 67-foot wide scoreboards. In addition, throughout the stadium, there are 11 LED ribbon displays. You can kind of see that in that bottom picture by the two end zones in the south on a little lower, closer to the field level, and above that. That just highlights sponsorships and other scores of games that are going around as well. Advertising. So LSU just recently had its first on-field advertising. This was met with, mixed reviews by fans, but Venture Global is now advertised on the 25-yard lines of Tiger Stadium. And then Caesars Sportsbook signed a partnership with LSU. They got naming rights to the Caesar Sportsbook Skyline Club in Tiger Stadium, and you'll see their signage throughout the stadium. LSU also has, dozens of partnerships with different companies on their website. They list them all. Some of the notable ones, though, are Coca-Cola, Cox Communications, Albertsons, and McDonald's. You'll see not only that in Tiger Stadium, but all LSU athletic facilities on campus. Current day Tiger Stadium, the facility services, the suites. Okay, I mentioned that before. LSU has 133 luxury suites, over 6,000 club level seats between all the sideline and end zone expansions. They also added 1,500 seats in the south end zone for the Skyline Club. It's public, so you can get tickets there, but it's a premium seating option, so you're gonna have to pay a little bit more money to get access to that. So the picture on top is just a view from a generic suite. They have bleacher seating that goes out, but you also have food and drink in private restrooms inside of them. At the bottom is just a picture of the Skyline Club in Tiger Stadium. Parking. LSU is a closed campus, so if you're looking to park, you do have to buy a parking pass. LSU does publish its parking map on its website. This is it, exactly it. So each of these shaded colored areas are different parking zones that you can buy a pass for. They do have ADA available parking that is off campus, but they do have a shuttle that'll bring all those people to campus if needed, and that parking's free. But on the right-hand side in the north of this picture, you do see some gray shaded areas. Those are first come, first serve free parking, but anything shaded in color, you do have to pay uh, for a pass to get into. Restrooms. Okay, Tiger Stadium does have, or at LSU, I should say, posts a map of Tiger Stadium with that has all the restrooms available and in what sections and if they're male or female. So in this map, you can look around. Where's my section? What ticket do I have? And I'll be able to locate the men's and women's restrooms, or if there's both in my section as well. Concessions, LSU does the same thing with concessions. You can pull up your section and see exactly what type of concessions are offered in that area. So I just put the north and south end zone as an example, but you can also look in the east and west sidelines as well. So if I know I'm in the north end zone in section 219, I have a Papa John's there, in addition to generic stadium concessions as well, with burgers, hot dogs, that type of thing. So again, you can look at all the premium options that are available as well in Tiger Stadium. Just some exterior displays and attractions for Tiger Stadium. The first one is the Billy Cannon Heisman Trophy statue. This is not the actual Heisman Trophy, but just something to commemorate his Heisman Trophy. Joe Burrow and Jaden Daniels will probably have one there as well pretty soon, but that's outside of Tiger Stadium. They have a team championship plaza, which honors all of the championship LSU football teams. They have a wall of All-Americans that lists all the All-Americans in LSU football history. And then on the north side, the bottom picture is a list of all the national award winners. Best wide receiver, best running back, best linebacker, all of that. And then one of the more unique ones is Mike the Tiger's habitat. You can go see LSU's live tiger mascot. This is right outside the north end zone of the stadium. You can go pretty much right up to the glass and go. If Mike's active, he'll go, swim up and walk up to you. So it's a pretty cool experience for a lot of visiting fans as well. And these are my references right here. So I thank you for watching this presentation. Hopefully you learned something from it. I had a lot of fun researching Tiger Stadium. And again, I really hope that you learned something from this presentation about the history and the outlook of Tiger Stadium in the future. Thank you.